Welcome back, you guys. We always love making these videos for you. Today we're going to do an awesome video about Westminster.
Yeah, today we're going to talk about the good and the bad, because not always is it just good. So we are going to talk about 4 pairs of pros and cons.
All right, let's go. Welcome back to our channel, guys. This is take 10. I don't know why we got the giggles in this video. We got Pete and Chelsea Sweeney here, your Colorado real estate family. We enjoy making videos for other families out there who are looking into moving in the Denver Metro North area. We're a family ourselves, and like I said, we have some great experience in the area. Kind of bring it to you and have you make the decisions on what area you like the most. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the pros and cons in living in Westminster, Colorado.
Okay, so the first one's accessibility, and you have to excuse me while I pull myself together. Peter made me laugh hard before the video. So the first one's accessibility, and we talk about accessibility in Westminster till we're blue in the face, and so if you haven't seen our other videos, go check them out. But accessibility with Westminster is awesome. So this is definitely a pro of Westminster because of Highway 36. It actually kind of cuts it in half going northwest and makes it really, really easy to access Westminster. Now, the con of accessibility. Outside of that road, there's 3 major roads that goes through Westminster. It's Wadsworth, let's go in order here, Sheridan, and then Federal. So those go from north to south, and to be honest, they're a little small. So good news is that you have 3 to choose from. Con would be that it does, especially during traffic time, get a little congested. And then sometimes you'll start to see some construction and things in the area, which therefore make it even more congested. So I definitely don't think the speed limits are quite up to par for the areas, but because it kind of goes through town and around the neighborhoods, I don't think they could do much about that either. So the pro would be, can you get to Westminster easily? Absolutely. Are you going to have to choose which road you want to take? Probably, because the 3 roads that go in it may or may not be congested with traffic. So
yeah, the 3 that are inside of it for sure. I mean,
yes,
easily accessible by the highways, but once you get in it, the only road that I think of that's not super congested is North Federal. It's like,
oh yeah,
North Federal. It's 55 up there. You know, it's barely ever congested or anything like that.
Dog's gonna join us.
Dog just walked in
the picture. It's fine.
It's all right. All right, cool. So Chelsea mentioned construction, and that brings us to our second pair of pros and cons. We're talking about Westminster downtown. Obviously, this is a huge pro, right? Having Westminster downtown, you have the walkability, you have that huge area coming in, a lot of restaurants, shops, all the different residential that's moving into there. But with all that comes the construction, and the construction is going to last a little while. I mean, what were you talking about? It was like 20 years out. Mm-hmm. It's going to be there a bit, so yes, it's great. We're going to have that Westminster downtown when it's done. It's going to be amazing. But right now, we got to deal with all that construction, and it kind of sucks a little bit. Definitely a con.
Yeah, are they going to be doing anything with the roads right there, you think?
Which roads? Are you talking about Sheridan? It's a possibility.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if that construction, as that starts to continue, because there is living spaces in that space. I'm wondering if they will be widening the roads. I mean, that would be the best thing for
I think
Westminster.
So. Well, and you got the light rail stations too that are going to be awesome for transport to Denver and Boulder.
That's true.
But at the same time, who knows? Maybe they're looking at more of the public transportation than using the roads. But I don't know. Cool.
Well, the third one is building. So because Westminster is pretty established and it is kind of in the middle of everything, there's really not a lot of spaces to build. So when you are seeing building, it is going to be further north. When you are seeing the building in the older section, the con is going to be that you're seeing more stacked homes, you're seeing more alley entrance homes, there are the garages in the back. Now that could be honestly a pro for some people because they love that.
Yeah.
But it is obviously with stacked homes, and you don't, because they're higher, there's more, and because there's more, there's obviously more people in that area. So it's a pro that all of Westminster is going north, and the con being that where it is building, we're starting to see more stacked homes. Now, the good news is that Westminster goes to 160th, so it is literally insane. I mean, from 72nd up, that's how far Westminster goes. So there's a lot of space north. So you're never really going to have an issue of where to build because everything up north has plenty of space. But as far as down south, there really just isn't a lot of space for that.
No.
And so a lot more people.
A lot more people. I mean, that's why they're doing scrapes too. Scrapes is a huge thing in Denver. We mentioned in a couple other videos, you know, where it's happening here, where you're taking these older homes and they're scraping them down to build because there's nowhere else to build. You know?
Yeah, and some of the people in those older neighborhoods may or may not like that. Now, obviously, it's we're seeing it more and more. It's desirable to have a scrape in some of these older neighborhoods. People are really enjoying that. But, you know, I don't know if some of the people, like say your grandma, for instance, you know, there's a scrape down the street from their house. And, you know, I'm not sure they feel very good about that when they've been there for, gosh, how long has she been there?
Since 53.
Yeah, so it's definitely not... The people who've been there for a long time, they're not sure how they feel about that in their neighborhood. It is happening more and more, and other people love having a bigger house in a kind of a well-established neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. So location. So pro, hot spot to move. Yes, it is super hot to live in, moving to Westminster right now because of all the great buildings that are happening. The Westminster downtown is obviously a huge driver to that. Up north, you got the Orchard Town Center, which we mentioned in a few other videos as well too. So you have a lot of great spots, but with that, the Westminster prices are going up. You know, it's a lot different. Back when I used to flip in Westminster, I was seriously buying houses for $40,000. There's no way in hell you could even buy a condo for that these days. So the price is going up. That's a huge con. It's becoming more expensive. So of course, you know, with that being said, it's pushing kind of more people out, I guess, who can't afford the area.
I will speak on a really interesting fact. I work in the senior industry, and Westminster has a lot of assisted livings or, you know, communities in that area, but they're really high priced. So he's talking about homes, but even all the way to senior living communities, there aren't any that actually have a Medicaid spend down because that area is just becoming higher and higher priced, and it's just not the area for that. So interesting fact about
what's Medicaid spend down?
What? Oh, Medicaid spend down is having an option when you age in place that if you run out of money, that you can stay there for the rest of your life. And so, you know, Peter works on the real estate side a lot, and I work on the real estate side of seniors a lot. And so whether that be home prices going up, same with other senior living communities going up, so prices all around a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just the cost of living in Westminster is kind of going up. I just thought of a huge pro, but also a con as well. Los Arcos. It's amazing, but it makes you put on the weight for sure.
Jeez, Los Arcos.
It's our favorite Mexican restaurant, but yeah, it's not good. Well, it's really good.
It's really good.
It's too good. And then you put on a ton of weight.
They even found a way to stay open during COVID, and you're going there to get to-go margaritas.
Oh yeah, to-go margaritas.
So there's that.
Oh man. All right, great guys. Well, we brought you 4 pairs, a total of 8 pros and cons moving to the Westminster, Colorado area. Again, like I said, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so. Give us a call or text the number right below. Hit that like, the notification bell. That way, every time we put out a new video, we put out a new video every single week. You are notified immediately when it goes up.
Yeah, and if there's something that you really want to see that we haven't already covered, please let us know because we do these videos for you. We want to make sure that we are the family that you love and trust when you come here to Colorado. We want to help you with all your real estate needs, and if it means that we have to dive into an area for you so that you can feel comfortable about buying your home here, we will do that.
Absolutely. All right, guys. We love you. Till next time. See ya.
Bye.